Brand new day, brand new haircut. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah. I don't think it's that bad. First time trying to cut my own hair. I mean, I've done it before a little bit, just when I used to have short hair, I used to kind of trim my sideburns and stuff, but that's not really cutting hair, is it? And the last time I tried growing long hair out, which would have probably been last time you guys saw me on here, like the last season of this Morning Thoughts stuff. I had long hair and then I kind of cut it during the summer, and then I let it regrow. Now it's back at, I guess, almost shoulder length. But yeah, I kind of cut the sides a little bit last time I had the long hair, but it was just like with the scissors, just trimming it up. But now I decided, fuck it, let's try something new. Let's try shaving my own hair. Oh man, it turned out so cool. I kind of like it. And yeah, now when I put my hair up into a bun, there's a nice clean line, and I'm surprised how freaking easy it was. I don't know, maybe tomorrow I'll realize, oh shit, I really screwed up. I really messed up. Something went badly wrong here. But to me, it doesn't even look that bad. But it's not what I wanted to talk about today. What I really wanted to talk about today was freaking one of the best movies ever created, in my opinion. Absolute masterpiece. Shawshank Redemption. I mean, what a movie. I've probably watched it, I don't know, 4 times in my life so far, and each time I watch it, I'm like, God damn, I gotta watch it again. And I don't know what it is. Then I kind of hold myself back. I'm like, no, I gotta save it. I kind of have to hold on to it and save it for later because it's just so good. I don't want to completely spoil it. Because I don't know about you, but too much of a good thing ruins it almost, and I don't want that incredible feeling to just get wasted away, I guess, by watching it too many times in a row. Because goddamn, I could probably watch that movie 24 hours straight, just on repeat, on loop, and just see something new and learn something new each time, because it's just such an incredible movie. Everything about it is just so good. Like the cinematography, the camera angles, the lighting, the soundtrack, the music, the acting is superb. The storytelling, the way there's kind of, I guess, 3 arcs in the movie. These 3 little arches as the hero progresses. And you can even see it in the costume design. The characters age through the movie. You take a shot during the very early scenes. Morgan Freeman looks like a young man, yeah. And then as it progresses, gray hairs start coming in. You see more wrinkles. You see the skin start to get, yeah, just, man, it's so good. Even the costume, the stuff they're wearing, kind of changes with the time period. Towards the end when, yeah, I told you I'm horrible with names. Jimmy. I hope his name is Jimmy. When Jimmy comes in, let's assume it's Jimmy. Yeah, anyways. So when he comes in, their uniforms are a little bit different than from before. You know what? I'm actually going to take a pause here and go and remember all the names. I know there's Red, obviously. There's Jimmy. And there's, yeah, fuck. Horrible with names. The characters are memorable. I remember, the details, the feelings I feel when I see them. The stories, but, names. Horrible. Faces, great. Names, horrible. Anyways, so I'll be back. Alright, so I went and read up on those names. It was actually Tommy, not Jimmy. See what I mean? It's fuck, such a memorable character, and I feel so bad not remembering the names. But is it really the names that matter? I mean, I guess they do. They're part of the artist's creative choices and stuff, but to me, I've never really been big on names, even in real life. When I meet someone new, It's just so hard for me to remember names. So, and it always feels not great forgetting the name, but it's like I'll never forget the face. I'll never forget the face. I'll never forget the character. You know. Anyways, so right, what was I talking about? Yeah, just the amazing art that is the film Shawshank Redemption. Like I said, just everything is so meticulously thought out in that movie. And, spoiler alert, I mean, it's an old movie, but I'm probably going to spoil some things for you guys. So go see it. Come back and watch if you haven't seen it yet. If you have seen it, well, then obviously, spoilers and whatnot. But yeah, like, even in that scene where Tommy is basically murdered by Norton, the warden, and his henchmen there, you can kind of see it. There's this duality, they're like mirror faces. You can see the complete opposites in the character. Tommy is like this young guy, bright-eyed. You see the lights shining on his face. You see his bright, bright eyes, just so joyful. And then it flips to Norton, and his face is in a shadow. His glasses kind of reflect a little bit of light, but they're dark, so you can't really see his eyes. It's almost like they're obscuring his intentions. And you could see that, just the evil, villainous side of him in the shadow. And then it flips back to Tommy after Norton asks him, would you testify? Would you tell the truth? And he's like, by God's truth, or something like that. So you see just his joy and the brightness and the truth in him. Then it flips back to Norton. You see the darkness, the liar, the cheater. Again, his eyes are obscured with his glasses. They're black. And then he kind of puts his hand on his shoulder, and snuffs out his cigarette. And it's like still, maybe 3/4 full. He's maybe smoked a little bit. And I find that amazing because it's like this nice reflection or a nice metaphor for how he snuffs out Tommy's life, because Tommy's still young. He's maybe lived 1/4 of his life so far. He just puts it on the floor, stomps it out, right before he stomps out Tommy's life. Same as that cigarette. And it's just little details like that in the movie where each time I watch it, it's just wow, wow, wow. Amazing, amazing creative choice. And like I said, the aging of the characters, you could see it. You can see them progress. When Andy comes in, he's this young guy. His hair is full of color. His face looks young. I don't know how the costume designers did it, or the makeup artists, but it's amazing. And then as it progresses, like I said, you start seeing streaks of white, and you start seeing more and more grays. The face becomes older looking with more wrinkles. Yeah, it's just, it's a wonder. Same thing with the angles and the shots. I mean, I gave you guys that example of the kind of duality where they were flipping back and forth between Tommy and Norton. But there's more examples of that, and I don't really remember them off the top of my head, but like, watch the movie, you'll see them. Pay attention to how the camera's focus works on the different characters. Like when they're in the yard, you might get a kind of far shot of some of the, what are they called? That guy that abuses Andy and his little gang, the ladies or something like that. Again, horrible names, forgive me please. But you'll see them kind of across the yard, and they'll give it that little bit of a, I wouldn't say blurred effect, but it's like, it just gives it that uncertain feel, like you're kind of peering across and looking, oh, who's that? It gives you that uneasy feeling, but just camera work like that. And it really draws you into the story. Yeah, just incredible movie. I can't state it enough. And then, of course, the whole plot. I mean, the plot is just a masterpiece. The kind of social commentaries it makes, where you have this prison that's supposedly full of the worst offenders, the absolute worst criminals, murderers, rapists, God knows, people who've stolen, but like big amounts of stealing, not just robbing a pencil or something, like people that have stolen from banks and killed tellers and, all sorts of criminals. And then these people are contrasted with the guards who are supposed to uphold honesty and order. And the guards are some of the most corrupt people in the whole prison. They're the ones that commit crimes on the daily, beating people, subjecting them to psychological and physical abuse, murdering people. One of the very first scenes in the movie, when Andy comes in with all the other new inmates, there's one of them that breaks down and starts crying and, crying out for his mom. And then the guards freaking come in and beat him to death, and they just leave him to die on the floor. So it's just commentary like that I find is just unreal in this movie. Just it's so many things. It's a tragedy. It's a horror film during some parts. Like when you see Andy being brutally, what we assume, raped by those guys, that's freaking horror right there. It just instills this terrible fear. Then it's a tragedy because, an innocent man is convicted of this heinous crime, and he loses his wife, who he deeply, deeply loved, and she was cheating on him. Like, everything goes wrong in this man's life. Absolute tragedy. Also a little bit comedic at times. There's some funny scenes in there. Funny, but also tense. It's like a dramatic funny. I guess the rooftop scene where they're all working on installing a new roof, or I don't know what they're doing. They're like tarring it. Yeah, they're tarring the roof. And the guard, which, again, forgot his name, the head guard there, he's talking about how he made all of this money from the death of his brother, which he doesn't seem to care about at all. Like, he's a horrible person. He's in charge of running this prison. It's really fucked up. But yeah, he's like, man, my fucked up brother, I hated him, and he made all this money, and I'm not gonna get to keep it because the tax man's gonna take it from me. And then Andy comes, he's the banker, and he kind of shows him how to keep more of it by, I guess, laundering it through his wife or something like that. But it's perfectly legal, and this is how the world works in these weird, weird ways. And I don't know, I found that scene kind of funny because the guard's kind of like holding him off the edge, and the guy asks, oh, I just want beers for my buddies. And then it kind of cuts forward to the next scene where they're all sitting on the rooftop drinking beers like they're free men. He's just sitting there smiling. He's not even drinking. Found that freaking hilarious. So yeah, it's comedic, but it's also this hero's journey. Like, it's a redemption story, The guy breaks out of prison. He gets his revenge against the warden. Also tragic. I mean, the warden's a horrible person, but I wouldn't wish death on anyone. The guy commits suicide because his life is totally ruined. I mean, it's just... Yeah. Yeah. Great movie. Go watch it. I'm probably going to watch it again tonight. I mean, like I said, I don't like spoiling good things. I kind of like to keep that mystery and maybe watch it once every 2 years. Like really, really good movies. Another good one like Inception, something like that, or The Dark Knight Rises, or the whole Dark Knight trilogy, I don't like to watch good movies or listen to good songs too often. Or eat good food, like really, really good food too often, because it ruins it. It becomes normal, and then that special feeling fades. Yeah. Anyways, I'll probably go finish up cutting my hair now, because I did the sides. I was really worried that I was going to fuck up. And now I've got the back to do. I've still got stuff like in the back here back of my head. It's still all scraggly. I might shave that, but that's going to be hard because I could see my sides. I can't see in the back of my head. So who knows how that'll turn out. Wish me luck.